busy people getting fit in Fulshear, Texas. Our aim is to help you look better, feel better, and perform better as quickly as possible. I'm your host, Brian White with Blue Eagle Fitness and Nutrition. Welcome. Hey, what's up, Clancy?
Hey, Brian. How's it going?
Great. Today we are talking about three terrible things to do before a workout. So
Terrible
things to do before a workout. Now, and I think we're going to go in somewhat of a chronological order. Some people get really, especially, if we have a 5 a.m. workout, like there's some people who come in pretty fasted, or maybe eat a banana or a little bit of oatmeal or an apple, before coming into the workout. And honestly, if you're rolling out of bed and coming into a workout, do the best you can. This first topic is probably not going to be for you. But especially for those who are working out later in the day, let's talk about pre-workout nutrition. What do you eat before a workout?
Usually something small. It depends on when I work out, but something small. An apple, a banana.
A bad pre-workout meal are hamburger and French fries. Pizza. Right? We want to stay away from those high saturated fat, carby meals that just aren't going to sit well, right? My perfect pre-meal or pre-workout meal is going to be 45 to 60 minutes before my workout. It's going to be oatmeal, fruit, 4 or 5 eggs, or I'm going to do a protein shake. I want to make sure I'm getting protein because this is also going to be my breakfast, right? Or a mid-afternoon snack. Other ideas for protein, Greek yogurt, fruit with Greek yogurt. I would do that when I worked out at 4:30 or 5:30 in the evening, and I was in the office or at home. I would have my Greek yogurt and berries ready to go, and I would eat that about an hour before my workout.
So what about the people who eat nothing before their workout?
Well, I mean, if we're eating nothing because you're working out at 5 or 6 a.m., it kind of is what it is. Do what your body will allow you to do. I, for one, cannot roll out of bed, eat very much, and then work out, 15 minutes. Because I'm going to wake up at 4:45, roll out of bed, show up to the gym at 4:59, and start my workout at 5 a.m., right? If I'm in the 5 a.m. class, that's my schedule. And there's not a lot of time in there for food, right? But I am going to make sure that I'm hydrated. I want to make sure I'm hydrated. I'm not going to get lack of hydration can lead to lightheadedness, dizziness. We can fast. Now, our workouts aren't going to be as great, right? We're probably not going to be as lift as heavy. We're probably not going to be able to move as fast, but we can still keep our fitness up, even if we don't have the quote unquote perfect pre-workout meal.
So how much hydration is necessary prior to the workout?
8 to 20 ounces. It's going to differ by person. Especially if I drink water throughout the day. I'm not a big, grab the gallon jug and make sure you drink a gallon of water a day. For the most part, we need to drink water when we're thirsty. If I'm ever thirsty, I'm going to drink water, and then I'm going to drink a little bit more to prevent me from being thirsty throughout the day. But I am not a big believer. In fact, the data shows that we're more likely to be overhydrated than underhydrated. But I'm also eating plenty of fruits and vegetables, which comes a lot. I mean, they contain a lot of water, right? It's when we're eating bars or other snacks that don't have water in them that have been purposely dehydrated. Those are the people who are more likely to be dehydrated.
Yep.
What about pre-workout? Do you take a pre-workout ever?
Heck no, because I did that one time. A couple times I did that. I was like, someone needs to peel me off the ceiling, because I was like, what is the deal? And it was a pre-workout. I was like, never again.
Yeah, there was a time in my life when literally the only reason I enjoyed working out was because it gave me an excuse to drink my pre-workout.
My pre-workout drink.
If you're in a part of life where that's your reason for working out, you may have other psychological issues that you need to work on.
My pre-workout is coffee. I drink 2 cups of coffee in the morning. I don't need a pre-workout.
Black
then
coffee,
I just feel anxious.
Green tea. Those are great options. And especially if we are working out in the afternoon, we now have to balance consuming caffeine in order to get us through a workout with what's going to keep us up at night, right? We want to prioritize. I guarantee you, we want to prioritize sleep over you shaving off 10 seconds in the Metcon.
Yeah, let me make sure everyone understands. I don't drink coffee if I'm working out at 4:30 in the afternoon. I don't drink 2 cups of coffee before. That's in the mornings, and that's it. And then I drink water the rest of the day. That's it.
Yeah. I do talk to people who do consume, pre-workout with, 200 milligrams of caffeine. They're working out in the afternoon, and we talk about progress toward their goals, which most people don't necessarily have performance goals. Performance goals are nice because they are a little bit easier to measure, and the progress is a bit more linear than building muscle or losing weight. You still with me, Clancy? Okay, there you go.
Okay, you froze.
Well, one of us froze, but we're recording this on my computer, so I think we're good. We'll see.
Okay.
But if we're having problems sleeping at night, if we're only getting 4 or 6 hours of sleep at night because we can't go to bed until midnight or 1, and we're taking a pre-workout at 4 or 5 in the afternoon, let's dial back that pre-workout, right? It's okay. We're much more likely to get to our goals, our body composition goals, and the way we feel goals, if we're getting closer to 7 or 8 hours of sleep.
Agreed.
Okay, so terrible nutrition. That's the first terrible thing that we do before workout. The second terrible thing before a workout is a warm-up. And this is for people who aren't working out at Blue Eagle with us, because our warm-ups are designed to get you to move through a full range of motion, get your heart rate up, get your muscles warm, and get your joints ready for the movements that we're about to do. And that's it, right? If you're not doing that, what do most people do? Even members of the gym, before they go on a run, for example, what do you see them do? Before a race, you see like 80% of race participants on any given Saturday, static stretching, right? And that's getting muscles to move through the fuller range of motion, but that's not, we really want to we don't do a lot of static stretching. You'll notice very rarely will we do static stretching. Most of the time we're doing dynamic movements, right? We're moving, we're jogging, we're getting a barbell and taking it to our shins and up to overhead, right? And whether that's or jumping rope and going on a jog, and again doing squats and up overhead. If you haven't noticed yet in our warm-ups, every warm-up will include squats and you putting your hands above your head every single time. Every single warm-up has that. And if by chance we have a warm-up that doesn't do that, please let me know. I'll give you a prize. I don't know what the prize is going to be yet, but if you see that we're not doing that, I'll give you a prize if you point it out to
me. Love it.
Yeah. The worst thing you can do before a workout is to do no warm-up, right?
Yes.
And you see this all the time in the big box gyms, especially, let's say, the 20-year-old guy who's going to back squat. His max is a 315 back squat, and he goes in and puts 225 on the bar and starts getting ready. No, we're going to start with some air squats, right?
And even if you come in late, if you come in late, and they're already, if they're already well into something and you got in late for whatever reason, take your time and do your warm-ups. It's okay.
Thank you so much for bringing that up. If you show up late, please come in, right? If you can't wait for the next class, then join the class that's currently going, right? But we're not going to skip the warm-up. We might skip the strength piece, or we might shorten the Metcon for you or something, but we're not going to skip the warm-up, right? I'm going to have you, let's go through some walking burpees, right? If I'm not there to coach you through it, because I've got to coach the class, let's have you go through some walking burpees and then get on a bike for 3 minutes. And again, the great thing about the bike, right? Our arms are going through a full range of motion. Our knees, ankles, and hips are going through a full range of motion.
Yep.
So I love the bike. And then grab a barbell for doing some barbell work, and maybe we don't get in all 8 sets of back squats and we only get in 3, but at least you got in under some type of medium load, right? Something's better than nothing, but we're not going to skip the warm-up ever. And then the third terrible thing is a terrible program or a terrible plan on what you're going to do. And it's pretty crazy. I mean, one of the great things about working out at Blue Eagle is that our program, we know it delivers results as long as you're there doing the program, right? Here's the deal. You can't just read the program on Wodify, not show up and get results. Like, that's not how this works. But as long as you show up, we know our program delivers results. We've done it. We will continue to do it. And that's because, we follow some basic principles that we have learned through the years. One of them is, we're going to do compound movements. We're going to use, we're not going to do a lot. We do some, but we're not going to do a lot of curls, right? Dumbbell curls, at least not all day, right? But we are going to do power cleans. And the power clean from ground to your shoulders, going to catch it, even a squat clean, take it into a squat, and then go into a jerk. And we're pressing up overhead and we're exploding our feet and our hips, right? Doing those compound movements, even a wall ball where we squat all the way down and we throw the ball up, right? We're using calves, our feet gripping the ground. We're using our calves, our hamstrings, our quads, our glutes, our abs and obliques, keeping our core tight. And we're using our shoulders and our triceps, pushing that bar up over, or the ball up to the target. That is a compound movement that is closer to real life. It's much more likely to keep you safe. And it's going to utilize all the muscles, the skeletal muscles, the ones that we want to look better and feel better with, right? As opposed to one isolation exercise after another, fatiguing very specific muscles, increasing our rate of injury and decreasing our ability to get results.
Yep.
So there you go. 3 terrible things to do before a workout. The first is terrible nutrition. The second is terrible warm-up. And the third is a terrible plan, right? Those are the 3 terrible things to do before a workout.
The good thing is we have the plan for the programming, so you don't have to think about it. We got you. You just got to come in prepared to do your warm-up. And like you said, you don't need to eat a whole huge breakfast. Maybe eat something small if you're a morning person, to get you through. And then we got the rest. Just show up.
We got the rest. Just show up. I love it. Thank you, Clancy.
All right, Brian. Thank you.
Yep. See you later.
All right.
You can get every episode of Busy People Getting Fit wherever you listen to your podcast or on YouTube. You can also reach us at busypeoplegettingfit.com. Until next time, thank you for listening.